gun-toting gangsters on the screen.
They'll come pull trigger on us, we'll go back and hit them.
They shake their heads in disgust.
If you that bad and you think you can get away with what you did to our children, come face me. Come face the mother, the parent.
I don't want another mother to suffer the pain that I am going through.
Jeannie Vigil at her teenage son's burial pleads for an end to the violence.
I want you guys to stop and think.
Her son Pete, who they call Lion, was chased and shot down like a dog by gang members in his Wilmington neighborhood.
No more fighting.
Her face is etched with sorrow, her memory haunted by the images of her little boy growing up.
No more guns. No
And
more.
the fight to keep him away from the gang violence that cut him down. He was only 16.
Me, I'm his mother. I'm going to endure the pain the rest of my life.
And so it is with the struggle between gangs and moms.
This is a Fox Undercover News special.
I'm a motherfucking nigga. Yes, I'm a motherfucking nigga. Guess who? It's a motherfucking nigga. Yes, y'all, to the right beat. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here, ain't going nowhere. I still ain't rolling with squares, still ain't combing my hair. Still ain't the one to fuck with. Buckets of beer and still ain't drunk. I'm meth and y'all still ain't punk. I still ain't pop and still ain't talking to cops. I walk the block with the have-nots that still ain't got. Still ain't dropped my album, but I still ain't stopped giving the cow every 4 years. I still ain't rock. Same shit, different day. Records still ain't played. On my mama $20 that I still ain't paid. Better holler at your boy, your milk like tits. See, I'm lactose intolerant and still ain't shit. And there ain't too many asses, I still ain't kick. Still ain't ducking. These Hollywood hoes still ain't fucking. Y'all niggas always talking about guns, still ain't busting. And still ain't saying nothing. Nothing. Make no mistakes, I'm from the crooked letter ride. A real nigga looking for some bigger fish to fry. I'm a motherfucking nigga. Won't hesitate to pull a fucking trigger. My niggas like big ass gold diggers. Your crew's big, my Staten Island crew's bigger. You know why? Cause I'm a motherfucking nigga. Won't hesitate to pull a fucking trigger. My niggas like big ass gold diggers. Your crew's big, my Staten Island crew's bigger.
A white sheet marks the end of a teenage life and the beginning of the most shattering experience a mother can have, the loss of a son. Casings from the bullets that killed him litter the Santa Ana street where it happened. Another drive-by gang shooting. Dead is 19-year-old Ivan Creeper Moronis, identified from a parole card in his pocket and a tattoo across his chest that names his gang. The car he was driving, reported stolen 2 hours earlier, rolled into a stranger's front yard about 9 p.m. A short time later, Christine Lopez's beeper went off.
There's that feeling in the pit of your stomach because you know that you're going to come and you're going to see a young kid dead.
Lopez has been to more than a couple hundred of these death scenes in Orange County, and it is her job with the help of police to notify the next of kin.
She knows.
Evidently, she showed up here.
An officer tells her the victim's 15-year-old sister is here at the scene looking for her brother. Christine Lopez delivers the bad news, and the first sounds of grief hit the midnight air. There is no father in the picture. Christine goes to telephone an uncle who comes to comfort his niece. The mother is unreachable, at work until morning.
The notification is going to break her heart.
In the morning, after only 2.5 hours sleep, Christine is on the street in front of the uncle's home, the mother waiting inside. Christine takes a moment to collect her thoughts.
Because it's never easy. Never. So I want to just kind of have a few minutes with her, a few seconds with myself.
The mother, a nurse, works 2 jobs and had struggled to keep her son out of gangs.
This is the very worst nightmare that a parent can face.
And Christine says there are no right words to tell a mother her son is dead. Here, as always, denial collides with reality.
She was overwhelmed, great emotional outbursts. Her talking about her son changing his life and be a good boy. Her struggling to make it through what she's going to face the next few days.
And the next few days are nothing but more grief for Maria Castillo, Ivan's mother.
Maria was spent, drained and fatigued.
Here at the wake, it seems to take all her strength to approach her son's coffin. And inside, gang rags and photographs had been placed around the Bible laying on his chest, including a picture of Ivan along with his homies holding a gun.
In reality, the family is so hurt and very angry because being a part of a gang has cost their child's life.
At the funeral mass a day later, more gang presence. Maria Castillo, hiding her tear-scorched eyes behind sunglasses, has given us permission to videotape the service. But an older gang member takes it upon himself to kick us out. Not wanting to spark a disturbance, we leave.
Gangs come in and take an attitude that homeboy is theirs and start taking over.
Outside, Maria Castillo collapses as she watches her son's body placed inside the hearse. Later at the cemetery, gang members packed together on one side of the gravesite, the family on the other.
The thing about working with gangs, everyone here is at risk.
Told that the gang members could pop at any time, we choose to shoot only a few scenes from across the road. And back at the mortuary, gang members memorialize Ivan, or Creeper as they called him, with a mural of rest in peace graffiti that is painted out the next day.
For Ivan's mother, it's a lifetime of pain and despair over having a child murdered.
And here, where Creeper is buried,
Gosh, the memories.
Christine Lopez sees the headstones of more than 30 other gang murder victims.
Killing each other for absolutely not a reason in the world.
Sons after sons after sons dying.
Oh, hear the angel voices.
And at memorials like this one in Orange County, mothers after mothers after mothers crying.
Yes, they're wounded forever. I would be. Wouldn't you be?
A young gang member grabs a shotgun and readies for attack, concerned a passing car could be filled with enemy gangsters.
They'll come, pull trigger on us, we'll go back and hit them till one dies out.
The signs of warfare are commonplace. Homeboys constantly trade off as lookouts on street corners.
We have shotguns, the M1 and the other side have handguns and shit on them.
And this is not Bosnia. It's a neighborhood in East Los Angeles.
Out here, we're getting shot at.
They call themselves Avenue Marisol Crooks, or AMK, a tagger crew turned hardcore gang. And this gang member says his mother is always worrying and crying.
She can't stop me anymore. No. She probably could have earlier, but she didn't. Now it's too late.
Their moms have lost control.
This is the streets where he'd be walking in the night.
And here in Van Nuys, Juana Ortega says she and her husband often walk the streets at night looking for her out-of-control son. She says a local gang is stealing him away.
We're gonna be looking all over for him.
He's only 13. His name is Jose. But he favors his gang nickname, Risky, the baggy pants and shaved scalp that mark him a gangster. His mom says he sneaks out and ignores her warnings the gang will lead to jail or death.
It gets me so mad that he doesn't realize that I'm telling him for his own good. And he's like, oh, I don't care what you say, all this and that. He makes me cry sometimes.
She says Risky has been brainwashed by gang members to listen to them, not to his mother.
Hey, what's up, Clanton?
Risky's gang is Clanton 14. We find some here at their hangout spot in North Hollywood. At the top end of these baggy pants is an 18-year-old called Grumpy who recruited Risky into the gang. Risky says he looks up to him.
Cause look at how he acts and all that, all down and cool. Talk, keep his food's ass, and I don't know, just look at him like, damn. she was down.
Grumpy, sharing a 40-ounce beer with his homies, takes no responsibility for Risky.
That ain't my problem. Reading his father, and his parents or nothing. If he wants to come in, he likes how we handle our business, then he's gonna be from Planton.
I feel like I can't compete against him while he's out here because I go out there to his house and I tell him off and I tell his mom, tell him to stop looking for my son. I don't want him around my son.
It doesn't do any good. And life here at this apartment building where Grumpy lives with his parents and sister explains why. Planton graffiti scars the walls and Grumpy's mother.
When he did on drugs, he beats me, or he hits his dad. He's take our cars, and I can't live with it. I love him, but I can't say nothing to him. If I do, I'm scared of him.
Grumpy says his mother is also out of control. Meanwhile, his protege Risky has been kicked out of school, missed most of 7th and 8th grade, been arrested for burglary, grand theft, trespassing, and robbery.
He's not really mean. That's what hurts me, that he's a good kid, and it hurts when you see kids like that. It does.
My friend, me, chronic.
13-year-old out-of-control Risky continues to hang out after curfew, avoids school for 6 months, and dodges his probation officer.
He has a warrant, and I know where he is. And
Officer Robbie Robinson decides it is time to bring him in, get him away from gang homies like Grumpy.
He probably thinks that probation is a joke.
Robinson tracks Risky here to his grandmother's house in Bell Gardens.
Come on, Jose. You gotta go, son. Gotta take him. I'm his probation officer.
Grandma explains she wants to start him in school here. But it's too little, too late for Officer Robinson.
I've given him a lot of chances. I know you were, son.
He politely explains what's ahead. A trip to the judge and 6 months in juvenile hall.
Junior, you know you was messing up.
Robinson believes it might be just what this little gang member needs.
I don't really want to take him in, but we're going to lose him. I'm trying to save his life. That gang out there is going to get him killed.
OG gangsters.
This is 97th Street.
97 gangsters, #1.
Where pants are baggy, belt buckles emblazoned with a G.
Stand for gangster.
A blue rag hangs in a pocket. A gun pulled from another.
24/7, gotta carry heat.
This is life for these teenage Crip gang members in a South Central neighborhood. And this 17-year-old who asks us to call him Loke Dog says it's a life his mother hates.
She wish I didn't gangbang, but she can't stop it. It's the choice that I made. Like, I chose the music, so now I got to dance.
A destructive, reckless dance that usually leads to jail or death. And that's what makes his mom cry herself to sleep many a night.
If they called and told me my child was gone, oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. I don't believe I would know what I would do. It hurts already enough as being in the gang.
There is no father around, and Loke Dog lives in a house with another gang member. His mother and sisters moved to a different neighborhood to take care of his ailing grandmother. Loke Dog can't live here because it's enemy territory. He's choosing the gang over his mom.
I love my mom a lot, and I wouldn't want to see her hurt like this. You know what I'm saying? Because when she hurt, I hurt. But I can't do nothing to change this. I can do something to change it, but I can't.
But 20-year-old Caesar Sutton says you can change. It's the gang that makes you feel you can.
I feel that I was blinded.
He says he listened to the gang.
This is not the life that you want to live.
And has been locked up nearly 6 years now for murder.
I know I left pain.
Only 15 at the time. Caesar, in this Ontario Police Department video, reenacted the crime, saying he attempted to steal the car for a gang joyride to Los Angeles. He says the hair trigger on this .22 pistol, given to him by a gang buddy, just went off. 57-year-old Mary Hafner, a grandmother, died in her seat, her family emotionally shattered.
If I could, I would tell them that how sorry I really am, and hoping that, through God and, that they will feel my pain that I feel, because what I've done to them.
Sitting in his cell, facing years more locked up, He knows now he also left his mother and family with pain.
My child killed someone. My nephew, my own nephew, my blood killed somebody. He took another life.
It tears you apart because you love him a lot.
But Caesar, who joined his gang at the age of 12, explains he was out of control. His mother, now a recovering drug addict, blames herself. But the murder haunts her.
Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. All the time.
She says Caesar's father has always been out of the picture. But the aunts who mostly raised him insist Caesar was given good church-going values growing up.
Oh, yeah, it was.
And his aunt Onita believes gangs tore him away.
I think his mind was stolen, his values, because they tell you, you are for us, we're your family. Yet these people are not there for you.
19-year-old Jose Luis Rodriguez couldn't agree more.
I never thought that I was going to be involved in the killing.
He too has been locked up since he was 15. Says his mother gave him good values and he rejected them for gang life.
It brings tears to me because I used to put my homeboys before my family, and that's sad.
He didn't pull the trigger, but Luis was the wheelman who supplied the gun in a drive-by shooting here in Glendale more than 4 years ago. A 16-year-old was killed. Luis says he thinks a lot about the suffering he caused the victim's family and his own.
I've seen my mom go through a lot, and that's the way I picture his mom.
Jose Luis's father, a drug addict and alcoholic, has been in and out of jail for years. His mother, Imelda, left with raising 5 children, mostly on her own. She says she loves her son.
Sometimes I cry for him.
But says Jose Luis's crime and lengthy jail sentence broke her heart.
But he suffered inside. I suffered outside. Everybody suffered, huh?
I could see it on her face. Every time she comes and visits me, she feels bad. And, you know, I'm pretty sure she should be asking herself, like, what did I do wrong?
But a picture of Luis with his mom hangs here in the family living room. In jail, he is also taken to the Bible and has a new view of gang life.
I realized that it wasn't worth it, that I wasn't getting nowhere.
Here in Whittier, where he is locked up, every bit of your daily life is controlled. No hanging out, and the same routine day after day. But plenty of time to think. And Jose Luis says he's figured out gangs just destroy lives.
When we're out there messing up and all that, we don't think about our loved ones. They're the ones who suffer more than we do. Because when we're killing each other, they're the ones that are left behind, crying and living with the pain, knowing that their loved one ain't coming back.
21.
And you're going to see a young kid dead.
These mothers have all lost loved ones to gang violence. And when they see Maria Castillo going through the pain of burying her gang-murdered son, these moms relate immediately. They see themselves, feel the pain all over again. And when they discuss that pain, it is anger that erupts first.
It fills me full of anger.
Both Rita Norwood's son and nephew were shot and killed by gangsters.
It's so pointless. It never makes sense. So the anger is always there.
Joy Turner agrees the anger never goes away. Her son Hank was shot down a couple of blocks from her home.
I don't have the right to take anyone else's life, but I want him to pay. If you can lock him up for the rest of his life, if that's the kind of payment I could get, I would be very happy.
Carol Ann Taylor's son Willie was cut down in a spray of 34 bullets standing outside his girlfriend's house.
We never get our kids back, never. This is a lifetime sentence for us of pain and agony.
Teresa Wheel's 19-year-old son Kevin, driving home alone, was blown away by a carload of passing gangsters. Maria Castillo collapses. And after the anger, it is always back to the sorrow. Sharon Chadwick lost her son in a brutal robbery.
When that child dies, part of you dies with it. All your dreams die with it, all the hopes you had of grandchildren or a wedding, watching that child grow, that dies, and you know you're never going to see that again. and only a mother can understand that.
And when these mothers see gun-toting gangsters on the screen,
they'll come pull trigger on us, we'll go back and hit them.
They shake their heads in disgust.
If you that bad and you think you can get away with what you did to our children, come face me. Come face the mother, the parent.
Are these guys cowards? Is that what you're saying?
They punks. They punks.
It ain't my problem. It's his problem.
And when they see 19-year-old Grumpy here disavow any responsibility for recruiting 13-year-old Risky into gang life, there are more shaking heads.
A kid that age does not even know what his choices are. That's the sick part about it. We have these people out here drawing your children in.
Grumpy, he ain't nothing but a punk. He thinks it's a big joke because he's got somebody to hold his drugs and hold his gun for him. And he's got somebody to catch the bullet for him. And he don't care.
After 20 years in a gang, her husband, brother-in-law, and nephew all killed, Dee Wigginton believes she knows what she's talking about.
You gotta go, son.
And as they watch out-of-control Risky carted off to 6 months in juvenile hall by his probation officer, there are only nods of approval.
He got rescued. That PO rescued him.
It was a blessing that child. It's a possibility that child will be able to live.
OG gangsters.
And these scenes from South Central,
I love my mom a lot.
where this 17-year-old gang member refuses to quit the gang.
I really wish he would get out.
While his mother cries herself to sleep at night, here there are tears, gasps, and anger.
When he says he loves his mom, that's a bunch of bull. If you loved your mom, you wouldn't disrespect her like that. I'm sorry.
Vicky Lindsay's 19-year-old son Lionel was shot down by gangsters outside a South Central football game. All these women share the same grief, anger, and sorrow. But when they watched two former gang members,
if I could, I would tell them that how sorry I really am.
Remorsefully telling how they became involved in murder,
I realized that it wasn't worth it.
We saw a sharp split. Dee, a reformed gangster herself, tearing apart inside, believing a teenager, even a killer, might deserve another chance.
I believed I was no good and there was no hope till somebody else came along and said, I believe there's hope for you. And they didn't give up on me, and they helped me, and they nurtured me, and they didn't let go.
But Jeannie Vigil,
What do we have left but our pain?
who lost her 16-year-old son just days earlier, took another view altogether.
The guys that did this to my son, to the guys that are in prison right now for murders, they can stay there and rot. Let them suffer.
But all these mothers say they are united in their belief it is time to take their neighborhoods back from the gangs.
I don't want no other mother to suffer.
For Jeannie Vigil and mothers like her, the tears never stop flowing. She visits the cemetery twice a week, but a pictured gravestone is no substitute for a son.
All I have left to come and see his picture here.
A mother's hand reaches out and wipes off the dust, but a gang bullet has fixed it so she can never actually touch her son again.
They got to open up their eyes and realize they're only hurting themselves and their mothers. If they truly love their mothers, they would change. This pain, I wish I had no mother. This is the worst pain a mother could feel, and it goes on for the rest of their lives.